Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chisom Biuru, and in my earlier video I talked about stop living an average life. So if you haven't watched that yet, please go back and watch the video for you to fully have a grasp of today's video, which is talking about how to maximize resources. So there are various kinds of resources: financial, human resources, capital, technological resources. So it all cuts across. But for the purpose of today's video, I'll be talking about three kinds of resources. So this will be the first of the series, and then we'll have two extra series after this first one. So stay tuned for more if you're looking out for such kind of video. So in order to maximize your resources, I'm going to be mentioning 4 key points that are very important for you to know and for you to practice. The first point is that, most importantly, for you to maximize your resources, you need to be very considerate about your circle of influence. Why? Because your circle of influence will either make or mar you. And it's very shameful that when you are in need, you have no one to bail you out. You have even no one to link you to find a solution to that particular issue or problem that you're trying to solve. It's very shameful. So, for you to maintain your circle of influence, it's very important. Why? Because that particular circle of influence can help you live a life above average. So let me give you an example. When I first moved into the UK, I didn't know anyone here in the UK. Like I had no friends. Okay, I had friends, but I had no very close relatives at all. But my friend did come true for me, and this was someone that I've known from high school. And she was able to help me get sorted. She came to pick me up. Linda, shout out to Linda. She came to pick me up from the airport, and then she hosted me for a couple of days and helped me get a flat back home, like back in Dundee where I was studying. So this tells you a lot about the essence of having a circle of influence. So the second point is about being strategic and mining your friendships. So now the world has gone past just the physical meeting of friends. So you can actually meet your friends from every aspect of the world or every part of the world. So be it online, or be it through workshops, or be it through seminars. Another thing to note is that there are various kinds of friendships. So there might be friendships that would last just for a week, or for a year or a month. It all cuts across. But most importantly, you do need human resources. You need to be present, you need to be visible, you need to be seen. And most importantly, you need to be very strategic when making friends. So for instance, how this friend contributes to your purpose, to your goals. Importantly, just as you're making friends, you need to be ready to serve. Because when people see that you are not willing to serve, you are not a reliable person, or you're not someone that can be called upon to represent in different situations, I'm not sure you'll be able to maximize your resources just by being unreliable. So it's very important that you be strategic and also mind the friendships and the relationships that you have with people. Third point, let's talk about how it's very important to be intentional about your friendships. So if you're a person and you're trying to go left wing, and you have a different person entirely, or a group of friends that are more right wing ish, I think it doesn't really correlate. Okay, let me give a practical example. If, for instance, you're someone that likes to go to the gym, and then you're friends with people that all of their whole lives they don't see the essence of eating right, they don't see the essence of going to the gym. Of course, you can be friends with them, but you know the path you want to toe, and you should associate yourself with people that would help you be more successful in that particular path, so that by that way you're maximizing the human resources that you have in your space. Aside just being intentional with your friends, you also need to calculate and know, okay, what exactly are you benefiting from them, and not just what you are benefiting from them, but also how you are going to be resourceful to these people that you call your friends. So these are 3 ways whereby you can maximize the resources that are around you for you to have a life that's rich, a life that's successful, and a life that's not mediocre. Guys, the fourth and final point, it's a very tough one, but it's very essential, that we as young people understand that some friendships will not last forever. So you might have like 4 or 5 friends that have been through high school, been through university together, and you see that some will outgrow others while other people would be behind. So I'm not saying that you leave your friends behind that are still on average per se, but there's this popular saying that says iron sharpeneth iron. So are these friends willing to develop themselves? Are they willing to go above and beyond to be the best of themselves? So while making friendship and while considering the human resources that you have or you're trying to associate with, you need to put this into consideration, because of course, if your friends are not helping you grow onto your best self, they will definitely pull you down. So there's no way, there's no midpoint. It's important that for you to maximize the resources, especially human resources that you have in your corner. Why? Because it's going to help you live a life that's above average. It's going to help you live a life that's successful, and it will help you live a life that's robust, that's rich, which you will be pleased with, and which the world at large would recognize you, would appreciate you for being the best of yourself. So I hope that you take these 4 points into consideration and take human resources, take the friends, take the relationships that you have very important, very serious, because of course, reliability is the mother of friendships. So do stay tuned for the forthcoming videos. See you again.